Today we're making one of the most popular dumplings in the entire world, gyoza. Okay. What's up, beautiful people? It's the Curious Munch. I'll open your screen if you're new to this channel. So for the next couple months, we're going to be exploring foods from different parts of the world that are a bit far from our reach. That being said, for the entire month of March, we're going to be exploring Japanese cuisine. We already kicked off this Japanese food series by making some yakisoba. If you're interested in seeing how to easily make it at home, I'm going to leave the info in the description box down below. Gyoza. Gyoza are basically pan-fried steamed dumplings. These dumplings are filled with ground pork, vegetables, and some seasonings, but nowadays people stuff it with chicken or they just use good old vegetables. Alright, enough yapping, let's get started. For the dough, I use pre-made dumpling wrappers because it's so much quicker and I typically get them from the Asian market. But you don't usually see it all the time, and I'm not about to leave you hanging. So we're gonna make it from scratch real quick. All you need to do is to combine some flour, vegetable oil, hot water, salt, and pepper, and I'm gonna leave all the measurements in the info box down below. I'm gonna roughly mix the ingredients together in a bowl and transfer it to a floured surface to avoid it from getting sticky. Once I finish molding it together, I'm gonna form it into a log and then cut it into 16 equal parts. I'm then going to roll those little parts into balls and use a rolling pin to roll them out into flat circles. Once they're rolled out, I'm going to dust it again with some flour to avoid it from getting stuck together, and that's pretty much it for the dough, guys. Next, we're going to move on to prepping the filling for the dumpling. I use ground pork, mushrooms, ginger, garlic, and spring onions. You can either grate them or mince them with a knife, but I had a mini food processor, so I put all the veggies, ginger and garlic, and pulsed it till it got all minced together. Next, we're going to put together the seasoning for the filling, and all I used was some soy sauce, sesame oil, sake, which is a Japanese rice wine, but if you don't have access to that, you can always use apple cider vinegar as a substitute. Lastly, you're going to need some salt and pepper and a bit of sugar. I'm just going to mix it all together and add the salt and pepper in the end so it doesn't get too salty. So what's left for us to do now is to stuff the filling in the dumpling wrappers. I'm gonna lay out all the wrappers and place just a teaspoonful of filling in the middle of each wrap. Once that's done, we're gonna have to seal the dumpling with a technique I like to call the tuck and fold. Before we seal with the tuck and fold, I'm gonna add a bit of water all around the corners of the dumpling so it's easy for it to stick together. If you look closely at my fingers, you're going to notice that I'm using the tuck and fold for only one corner of the dough, and then I'm pressing it onto the other side so it sticks together nicely. I'm going to do it a couple times in slow-mo so you get a hang of it. I'm also going to use the tuck and fold for the scratch-made dough, but if you find it a bit challenging, an alternative would be to place the filling in one corner of the dough and roll it to the other side for it to be fully covered. I'm then going to pinch the top of each side from corner to corner so it comes out looking like a semicircle. I know the tuck and fold looks a bit complicated, but trust me, once you try it about 3 to 4 times, I promise you should get a hang of it. Once we're done getting our hands dirty, it's time to cook, and this is the quickest part. I'm going to set my pan on medium heat and add some sesame oil or vegetable oil. Then I'm going to arrange my dumplings all in one direction, clockwise or anti-clockwise. We're going to let the oil sear the bottom for about a minute or two, and just before I add some water to cook the rest of the dumpling, I'm going to peek at one and check to make sure the bottom is golden brown. Look at that. So now that I know that's perfect, I'm going to add some water, cover it up so it steams and cooks the rest of the filling through. You know it's ready once the water has completely dried out and the dough is looking a bit translucent. Once the water is dried out and you hear a little sizzle, you're gonna put a plate over it and flip it. And drum roll! Ta-da! I made this sweet and spicy dip to go with the gyoza, and all I put was some soy sauce, chili flakes, and pickled ginger. The texture of a gyoza should be so light and airy that it practically just melts in your mouth. Like, it's so good, only one person can finish this entire plate. And I've seen that happen many times. I also wanted you guys to see what the scratch-made one looks like. Although using the pre-made dough is quicker, I prefer the taste of the scratch-made gyoza because it just tastes so fresh. Please give this video a thumbs up if you learned something new today and you're excited for this series. Don't forget to subscribe for more food content from me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!